The book of Revelation is filled with mysteries that reveal God's plan for the end time. One of the most striking visions is that of 4 angels bound at the great river Euphrates. Revelation 9 verses 13 to 15 says, "And the 6th angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar which is before God, saying to the 6th angel which had the trumpet, Loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the 3rd part of men." Why would God chain angels? Why release them in the end times? And what does this mean for us today? 2. Who are these 4 angels? Not holy angels. Holy angels are never chained. They always obey God. So these cannot be God's holy messengers. B. Fallen angels. The Bible tells us of rebellious angels who sinned against God. Jude 6. The angels which kept not their first estate, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness. 2 Peter 2 verse 4. God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains. These verses show that some angels were immediately imprisoned because of their rebellion. C. Possible connection to Genesis 6. Genesis 6 describes how sons of God, angels, left their place and corrupted humanity before the flood. Many believe these chained angels are part of that rebellion. Linked to ancient empires. The Euphrates was the center of Babylon, Assyria, and Persia, the birthplace of idolatry and rebellion. These angels may have been powerful spiritual rulers over those kingdoms, now restrained until the end. 3. Why were they chained? Why didn't God allow these angels to roam freely like other demons? 1. Judgment for their sin. They crossed God's boundaries and faced immediate imprisonment. 2. To prevent premature destruction, Revelation 9 says that when released, they will kill 1/3 of mankind. Left unchecked, they could have destroyed the earth long ago. 3. God's sovereignty. Their chains prove that God sets the boundaries. They are prepared for an hour, a day, a month, and a year. Even their release will only happen on God's timetable. For why the Euphrates River? The Euphrates is not just geography, it's prophetic. In Genesis 2 verse 14, it flowed out of Eden. In Genesis 15 verse 18, it marked the border of God's covenant with Abraham. In history, it was the site of Babylon, Assyria, and Persia, empires that fought against God's people. In prophecy, Revelation 16 verse 12 says the Euphrates will dry up to prepare the way for the kings of the east at Armageddon. This river represents the boundary between God's purposes and human rebellion. That's why these angels are chained there. 5. Why will they be released? It may shock us that God will release such destructive beings. But 1. To fulfill end-time judgment, their release is part of the 6th trumpet. They bring divine judgment on a rebellious world. 2. To expose human hardness. Even after 1/3 of humanity is killed, Revelation 9 verses 20 to 21 says people repented not of idolatry, witchcraft, immorality, and theft. Judgment reveals the depth of human sin. 3. To display God's control, their release is not random. It is a divine appointment. God allows it to show that nothing happens outside His authority.